Hello, my nomad family. How are you doing today? Am. I wanted my video to be like out walking around, not like, you know, here. But I also wanted to film when it was snowing, so I got that. The Let me see. Oh, he moved up in there. Yeah, sometimes he's totally digging the popcorn I gave him. Haha. Okay. Yeah, we're checking on me to see if I'm okay and still alive and all that stuff. So yeah, I've been wanting to do a video like this. It's a subject I've talked about, quite a few times on Facebook and stuff like that. What exactly really is a nomad or a van lifer or something like that? There's some of them that are in there in the group. I mean, even people in the same, it's a van life group, but then there's also the other, terms on the name of the group, nomad and dweller and vagabond. So, people that live in a bus would get in there and they'd be like, I know this is a van group, but is it like, are we okay? And I'm like, dude, yeah, you fall under the category of the title even, that's such a wide, variety that a lot of the, like I used to have people coming on my other channel saying about how, what about these van lifers that aren't really living in their van and stuff like that? And I'm like, as long as like if it's a YouTube channel, as long as they're honest with you about stuff, like there's Explorist Life. That's they changed their name. I still don't, but they have a house. They have a house and they live in their van when they're out doing things like hiking and stuff like that. And and sometimes they even do videos in their house, or their parents' house or something like that. I don't know. They have a home base, which if I was only at a house for like a month or two a year, I would probably not want to have to pay for it. I mean, honestly. And they are totally honest about it. And they even tell people that they're not a van life channel, which I believe that they are. But they're like, no, we do exploring and we stay in our, they're totally honest with their audience. If you're watching a television series or whatever that was, and I've heard about that, but they would be like all doing the stuff in their vans and stuff like that, and then when the cameras are turned off, they're in a motel room. There's another one, Eamon and Beck. Yeah, Eamon and, no, maybe it's Living Zeal. Well, Living Zeal is totally home. They have totally a home base now. But Living Zeal, or one of the other ones, every once in a while, they're in a hotel room or something like that, but they tell you when they are, and they film themselves inside the place when they are and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's totally cool. That's totally cool. They're being honest with their audience and stuff. This is what I live in. I have no home base anymore. I have, it's a terrible mess. It's a terrible mess. I've been like collecting on some food when I can get it, financially and if it's there. But this is my heater that I use. It's a buddy heater. The tank is up there. I need to reorganize the back very badly now, which Fords with their store cables. I still haven't. I've gotten in there and I've fixed it once, and it came apart again because, and that's after I bought the Ford. I was like, starting to see people about like, why doesn't my door open? And they're like, what kind is it? They're like, oh, it's a Ford. They're like, door cable. I'm like, oh no. But yeah, stuff that's up there and stuff that's in there needs to be reorganized, and the drawers need to be reorganized because I am carrying a lot more food than I was before, because I was mostly, yeah. And I've also had like places to put stuff. I'm getting everything in there in case it's time for me to bug out, because there's starting to be like not so much stuff in the stores, and it doesn't seem to be like they're restocking. I mean, they are restocking. The people that are doing their stock jobs are doing a heck of a job when they get stuff in. That just it's putting a bad sense in the air for me, and that is like one of the wonderful things about having a home on wheels is places are getting harder to find to be. Truck stops are filling up because a lot of the places that people were able to camp are being closed down too, but it is what it is. I do know places to go that other people don't, because I've been doing this for a while. I've been full-time since 2016, and I've done part-time a few times since 99, something like that, around that area. Oh yeah, another thing is the gyms are closed around here, and that is how I was getting showers, and that really bites. So yeah, the washcloth and all. Yeah, seriously, if you are capable of living in a van, that's what you do, like on vacations or something like that. Spend a couple weeks in your van, couple months in your van, trips, using your van to live in instead of getting a hotel room or something like that. Yeah, I consider that van life. It might be considered part-time, but it's right. I mean, right. I don't know. Might just be my opinion. But I'm filming this on my GoPro 7 Black, in case you wanted to know. And it is set on GoPro Color. So if that's not awesome, which I'll probably work on it. And I'm not filming in, so it's in GoPro Color. I'm not filming in black, flat, and then pulling the colors out later. Van life winter. I was going to do a whole video on that, but it can be all boiled down to I have a space heater, and I have 3 quilts, 4, I think. And a 20-degree sleeping bag, and I layer according to temperatures. And when it was getting like minus 20 degrees overnight, I was having to have like I had one under me, got in my sleeping bag, and I had 2 quilts over top of me, and sometimes my feet would still get cold, so I was gonna get another sleeping bag. But this winter wasn't as bad, so I just kind of like held off on that, because what you don't use during the winter, you're gonna have to find a place for during the summer, because you're not gonna want to have to buy everything back up again. Oh, and people who have storage. That's one thing right there. Yeah, are you like van life if you have storage, if you have a storage unit? Yes, that's, you got out and started doing it, just start occasionally. Chrome started out with a storage unit, and occasionally got rid of this and got rid of that. The more he wasn't using his stuff, he was like, okay, I don't need it. And minimalism doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. You got to work out that muscle, that minimal muscle. It's not easy. It's not easy. I still have stuff I'm gonna have to go through again. I camped in that van before I moved up here, and then I was staying at a hotel, and then I was staying in a room, and then stuff happened. I I first went back into that. That's some of my leftover poly-ESO. I will get into that, why I chose that and not other things. Did a lot of research on that with chemicals, but then I got that for $80, and just every time I walked by that, I'm like stoked that he's liking that popcorn. It was stale for me. I didn't know if he would like that. I poured it out there, and he was like right over there. He usually doesn't take stuff from me. He's is that bad? I don't know. Is that bad? I don't know. So yeah, when I found this van, I was searching for something to live in. The van had service records dating like way back, like transmission serviced, engine serviced, parts lists and stuff, what was bought for it and all that. So I was kind of like, yeah, I think that's what I should get. Although it does have problems. It has ground problems. I was sure it was the alternator. I don't know. But so yeah, I replaced the alternator in it. Still has charging problems, so I'm like, yeah, I got under there. I found a broken ground strap. I need to replace that. Maybe some more grounds need to be cleaned or whatnot. But that's just stuff that you deal with. You take care of it and you move on. I'm digging this snow. This may be the last time I see snow for a while. I don't know. I'm glad I finally decided to do this full time. I really am. It's like thinking back all those other times. Even the first time I didn't want to move back into a house. And so best time to start is right now. But yeah, definitely get prepared for it. Money in the bank helps. $4,000 that you don't touch is definitely advisable. I always say do that because, yeah, in case you get an engine problem or a transmission problem, you're not losing your house. You'll be like losing your house for a week or two or however long it takes them to fix it, but it's not going to be like, what am I going to do? They're going to tow this off, and you may even need to get a hotel room. Anyway, what is van life? Do you sleep overnight in a van multiple times? I would say yeah. Nomadic means that it's somebody that travels and then stays put. Sorry. The gypsies, Irish travelers used to go places in a caravan and then camp there and then go out in Spain or whatever they did. Made money and stuff and traded and whatnot. They kept themselves fed, and then they packed up and they moved away. And that nomad doesn't, I'm not going to tell you guys I'm a traveler because I don't always travel, but then again, travelers don't always travel. So what's van life? Like I said, have you spent multiple days in a van? Thank you for watching. You're awesome. Live free. Live for the now. And always chase your dreams.